I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very excited to have my next guest on the show today. This is the Author's Edition, and we have the author of My Double Identities as Hunter and Detective and Outcast and Victim, the compilation of works of Agent Lars Werner, 3 volumes. Yes, welcome to the show.
It's the beginning of my authorship.
Yes. So tell me, how did you get started as an author?
Yeah, I had problems with my work, salary accounting, and then I had problems with I worked too slow, and I wasn't reliable enough at that work, and then I succeeded to get the relief work on at the university, and I had and there at the university, I had an academic exam, and I passed some courses, and after that, some time accepted as a candidate for the doctorate in economics and business administration. And then normally I should turn to some tutor after this. I had been accepted, but I wasn't. I didn't come to tutor. So so I should have. But then I started to wonder about my situation. And then I found out that I was a test person.
Oh.
And they had. I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't know. And then I was in the media bus also.
Wow.
I think, and I got some. Being a test person, I got some information via Swedish mass media, but it was American experimentalists, and then there was they were backed by some people with money, So I was in a situation that as a test person.
Wow.
And as a test, I got a little nervous here.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, as a test person, and so I was also isolated. It comes later, but I was as a test person, and then I was exposed to some kind of harassment, small harassments or such things, and then I was and I was under control. They had me under control.
Wow.
Somehow, as a test person, and there's this say I put off the TV and then I was isolated also. So it was for the experiment. It was possible. It was necessary to have me isolated, so I couldn't go on with some normal living.
Wow.
And so that was this, and they then I thought about visiting some American friends, but relatives of mine in America. But then when I come back, I couldn't go.
I hear you.
It was also the experiment. So I started to write about this. I thought I was in the media bus also, to some extent, and that I went on writing and got some information due to media also to some extent, and then and then the whole thing continued in this way, and so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's how you started. My goodness. And this is which volume is this?
What did you say?
Okay, so you have here.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So
and,
I do have
and the time passed on. I have written many book manuscripts.
Oh my gosh!
While I was in this particular situation, I thought first of all, I thought it was the thing I should do. So it was several decades.
Right.
And
I see it.
40
and
years.
You speak German.
40 years. No, I speak. I try to speak English. No, English like that. So I have 40 years and 50 book manuscripts.
My gosh.
I have written about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, with all of that experience, what kind of advice do you give to people when they want to write a book?
Well, I was in a special situation.
Mm-hmm.
I was a test person for something.
Right, I know.
My advice to they who want to write the book, so I don't know. I have my special situation, but if they have experienced something and know something which can sell,
right,
then they should go on writing.
Definitely. Well, I have your latest book here. It says My Double Identities as Hunter and Detective. It's like a long title.
Well, that's the first book, and the first three book manuscripts are mine.
Okay.
In the first book.
That is so cool.
So and then it goes on. I have much more to.
Wow. Wow. This is really cool though. I mean, I like what you've done. It's like you've taken it like a hunter detective and then it's an outcast and a victim. I mean, why would you, I mean, I understand that this is kind of like a personal thing too, because it is your, your identity here in the book, but at the same time, it's like, it's really mysterious. I love it.
I was a victim. I felt like a victim, and then I had to discover, become a detective.
I know. That's what was so cool. The cool thing about it is I understand that you were a victim. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. However, what you did was you turned it into like a hunter detective thing, and that just like turns the whole table around.
Yeah, people can react different way of a certain situation, and I did react. I did react so I could use this situation to do something good.
Definitely.
And then it took long time, but I discovered the Bible. I thought about Moses and so on, and he should lead the people to the promised land. You know that.
I know.
The Bible.
Yeah.
And then I thought I should I should lead the people to the promised planet.
Oh my goodness! Well,
that's the change of things now.
Right.
The planet is changing, but it is uncertain how things should work out now. It's a little bit scary.
Well, yeah, so, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So, but it might be if they change the coal dioxide and the atmosphere, it can be a change, a new situation, ecological situation. But we have to be careful so we don't go past the tipping point.
Right.
So So, but I read the economics in the university, and so I think economists and ecologists should work together more. Because of the I have written something about that too.
Wow.
But not much. I shouldn't say that. But yeah.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you so much for calling in today. I know that you're overseas too. Where are you?
Where I am?
Yeah.
In Stockholm, Sweden.
You're in Sweden. It's beautiful there.
Yeah, Sweden is. They have problems with. Moses said to use him said that God has. They are what you call it? I know. uh, yeah, the you know, there are Latins of the law. The law was written on the what do you call it? No, I have it. Wait a minute, please.
Wow.
You know what? The Bible series, Moses had man-made laws.
Yeah.
The law of the holy tables of laws. So he said that, and in Sweden we have man-made laws, of course, and we have problems with that. You know, so I can relate to Moses. He should have said,
right. Well,
God has the law. so, and you know, they make the laws flexible, and they do things they shouldn't do.
Yeah, right.
And so, you, Mr. Pettifogger. There's many Mr. Pettifogger among, for example, lawyers and so on. And perhaps you have heard about the Swedish. They have many. They have problems with the laws and shootings, and maybe you have heard about that.
You know, I have a little bit, yeah.
You don't have to answer if you want to be. But I mentioned the problems and corruption and so forth. And it was it is kind of sensitive.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
But I will come to this point of time in the first book. That's the first book. So.
Okay.
Wow. And then I so I have written about things that criminal things in Sweden, which they don't like me to perhaps write about that, but I've written about that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Och what shall I more say? And then I've written about those experiments in they can make experiments with people in the science of economics.
Right.
So so I have written about that, and and theories in economics and mentioned and natural laws in economics and yeah, no, I haven't some. Well, I don't.
You're okay. You're good. You're good.
I have that's. I sometimes I lost the words, English words.
That's okay, because you're. What language do you speak?
Okay, and
What language do you speak?
I speak Swedish and English.
Okay.
And the English, that's the common world language.
Mm-hmm.
So and I've written my books in English.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, that is amazing. I truly love that. And I love, what you're doing and how you're doing it. It is wonderful. And I think that when you're going from one language to another, it can be difficult, but that's okay, because I can see that you love what you do.
Yeah.
You really, truly love it.
But that's also in the time. The
Right.
English language is more and more used, and so more and more people use English, and so do I.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's
then
good.
we can understand each other. Then we human beings can understand each other when we have a common language.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me on the show today. I appreciate it. And we're going to have your link for your book in the description box below so that people can actually find it easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear.
I'm happy to hear too. I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And don't forget to go ahead and check this book out for yourself. And until next time, guys, bye. Hey guys, it's Yaya Diamond of Dream Chasers Radio. Please don't forget to join me every day on dreamchasersradio.com as well as on YouTube, Dream Chasers Radio, where you will encounter the best interviews from authors, celebrities, musicians, and so many more. Again, it's Yaya Diamond of dreamchasersradio.com and also on YouTube, Dream Chasers Radio. And thank you so much for tuning in to this radio station. And don't forget to dare to be different.
To be different.